Well, hello everybody. I'm very, very excited. I was glad for the day to be over, get home, and do this major live. As I reached out yesterday in a video, I challenged any justice, any bar Canadian lawyer in Canada, as well as I invited the Canadian media to dispute the claims I made yesterday on provincial constitutionalism and the idea that Canada forever and a day narrates two classes of people outside of the divine first-class politicians as either subjects or savages. I said I will take on any lawyer, any justice, any superior court of any province or territory, as well as the Supreme Court of Canada, if it came to that, or any crown-sworn, appointed person of power in Canada, that I would take them on the basis of my claims. Well, folks, two reporters from two Canadian media outlets, as well as one credible academic legal expert in constitutionalism. I'm not going to name these people right now, but I promise you, I just posted before I launched this video the truth of Canadian citizenship and citizens as of the law of 1947, and how, folks, it is all undone right in the 1947 Act of Canadian citizenship and citizens. Folks, it's a lie. And in real legal speak, in real legal analysis, I put this narrative to rest. I'm going to give it to you all straight right now. There's a post right before this video and after this live. I'm going to copy the link, put in the evidence, because lawyers like evidence, judges like evidence, they like the reality of things as they really are. And my witness, my evidence, is the government of Canada itself, as well as the United Nations Security Council permanent 5 members. That is absolutely Russia, USA, China, UK, and France. I also bring forward absolutely the decree of King George VI in his time of transitioning Canada, his words, his seal as king of what was the UK British Empire of the time after World War II. What he did with Winston Churchill, Prime Minister of what is now the United Kingdom, then, and the promise to the Allies. They are and were the P5 member United Kingdom. In two narratives, doesn't matter. World binding law. I bring forward both the Atlantic Charter, 1941, one Teddy Roosevelt, President of the United States of America, executive power to administer international law and treaties, as well as Joseph Stalin, former president of Russia, who had the Yalta Conference signed just as the Atlantic Charter, 1941. It's really simple, folks. In the link that I'm going to add to this, which is posted before this video on my timeline, irrefutable evidence. In 1947, King George VI, working with all of the Commonwealth countries, made an agreement to decolonize and free all the colonies of the world. Otherwise, USA and Soviet Union Russia of the time were not going to help United Kingdom. They were going to fight the Axis powers, but they would have let, like what happened to France, they would let Germany finish UK with their Axis allies, other colonials. USA and Russia would have fought them anyway, along with China. I know these are concepts hard to understand, but hear me out. The evidence is there. 1947, King George VI transitions Canada. You're all citizens. All of you are citizens. I free you from all subjugation of the British Empire, except for 1867 opening introduction preamble of Canada's Constitution doesn't allow that. It used to say Queen Elizabeth II, his daughter. There's a problem here, right, folks? In 47, he creates the Citizenship Act, says, there you go, take her away. Governor General stamped it off, who was a UK Governor General, ordered by King George VI. I have the letters. He took his seal and his ring, punch, and the UK Governor General of Canada, who was a Crown Royal Family of the United Kingdom in Canada in 1947, stamped and cemented and agreed and allowed that bill to pass. So did all the lieutenant governors, who were all United Kingdom Crown sworn royal family members in Canada. Of all provinces of the time, the territories as they were of the time. They stamped it off on King George VI's word. Problem. Preamble of the Canadian Citizen Act 1 and second part, you clearly read, if there's any contradictory wording or associations of this act in relation to Canada as it's defined, meaning highest law of the land, we go back to the original statute. Subject. Know how I can prove this today? All of the oaths of Canadian citizenship or Canadian crown has been upgraded today, meaning you can go through all Canadian websites, government websites across every province, every territory, as well as all federal bills enacted and have been enacted for the entirety of Canadian history. The Canadian government in every province and every territory has spent an astronomical amount of money upgrading all of it to King Charles III. I swear my oath of allegiance to King Charles III. That's not citizenship, folks. That's subjugation to a divine, first-class human being in a far-off land. I go challenge every Canadian across Canada, every lawyer, every justice. I don't have to challenge Chief Justice Wagner. He obeyed. It's his oath. Every lawyer swore this oath who got their bar in Canada. Every justice ascended in Canada swore this oath. Every new Canadian swears this oath. Every Canadian alive and well today is bound to this oath according to 1947's citizenship. You're a citizen as long as you agree to be a subject of the crown. It's right in the Act's preamble, second clause. Clearly tells you if anything's contradictory in this act, meaning citizenship being contradictory, you go to the old act. And what does the old act say? I swear my oath of allegiance to now King Charles III. Go look up the oath of police, nurses, lawyers, justices. We can go on and on and on. You are not citizens, as citizens are not defined as we the people who swear an oath of allegiance to a divine dictator in a far off land. In fact, a divine human being whose name is King Charles Rex, King of Kings in Latin. That is every Canadian's narrative outside of the First Peoples. You're still under the Indian Act. You're not Aboriginal, you're not Indigenous, you're not any other narratives but the legally defined savage under the Indian Act. I don't do this to be mean. I don't do it to hurt people or be radical or racist. I give you the legal definition of Canadians who are all subjects. Whether you like it or not, you are a subject. The highest law of the land, which has never been amended, is your preamble, where you give your sovereignty to the royal family of the United Kingdom and all their heirs. It clearly outlines that for you, never amended, highest law of the land. Unfortunately, King George VI died before he could finish his work. He died. They tell you you're a citizen, but legally you're defined and you're sworn oath bound to King Charles III, King of Kings. So he named himself, like Jesus Christ over all of you. King of Kings. King Charles Rex. It's his ring, it's his cipher, and that's who you all are. That's the truth. Nobody can dispute this. There is no lawyer, no academic, no justice, no superior justice, no Supreme Court justice, and absolutely no crown appointed higher power in academics or world sought after. There's nobody who's going to dispute this or defeat me on this, because this is Canada. This is the world as it really is. And if you want to know, just go look at the P5. They will tell you everything I say is true. That's what Canada is. It's up to you, the people. We are going to bring the legal path forward in the next federal election, 2025. That's the platform. We're going to show you how to legally transition into we the people, a real platform for the first time ever in Canadian history. Not only the federal fix, the dismemberment and redesign, but absolutely every province in real constitutionalism. We're going to destroy the crown. Yes, we're going to take Charles's crown, smash it into 40 million pieces for all the Canadians and all the First Peoples, a nation within a nation. We're going to settle all the crown lands. We're not going to give your wealth away to any divine human beings. You're all going to write your laws. Left and right will disappear under international law as we utilize the greatest minds in the world to educate every Canadian and first person in every minority language. That's our platform. It will work. It will work, and if it doesn't go forward, if we don't win it, it will rock the world, and you can all be a part of it. Share this video. You will never find a media, a lawyer, a judge, a superior justice, a Supreme Court justice, or any crown-appointed hierarchy that can dispute what I've just said. I will continue to myth bust. I will beat the best of the best over and over and over. Why? Because I spent 5 years with some of the greatest legal minds in the entire world. From every major country, the best top institutions in the world. No one is going to beat this. It's the truth. The truth and the light. I don't think I'm better than anybody. None of our group does. We're bringing forward the reality for the people, by the people. There is a legal path to doing that, and that's what we're going to do. God bless. Good night. Share, share, share. It can't be disproved. And soon in the title, I'm going to take that last post, copy, put it in for everybody to read. And you can Google and you can read everybody's new upgraded oath. I swear an oath of allegiance to King Charles III. I'm sorry, that is not citizen, that is subject, because in the Citizenship Act of Canada for citizens, Canadian citizens, number 2 says anything contrary, you go back to the first act, the first statute. That's subject. You're all still subjects. Just like the savages. Call them Aboriginal. They tried that scam. Then it was call them Indigenous. Say the P5 sponsored it. It's world binding law. It's not. It's not the UN. There's no Indigenous woman who's now Miss Universe, Miss UN. It's called Misrepresented Canada, lying to all the First Peoples. Just like Canada lies to all the Canadians and says, you're citizens because we're telling you we are, but you're actually subjects to be slaved by us. You don't get any of the land. You're not like Russia. You're not like USA. None of this country is really available to you. We will keep you in the smallest portions possible. So small, in fact, half the availability of China, communist China. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're going to win this through truth, through honesty and credibility. God bless everybody. Share, share, share. Get it out there. Don't be afraid. The truth should never be feared. We won this round and will continue to win more and more and more. Bye now.